Aloha, my friends from out in nature. I am Lotus Dawn, and this is Blossom with Lotus, and I provide to you current to the stars updates about the energetics, the elemental energies of how the planets are, what signs they're currently in, and how that might be affecting you, as well as intuitive guidance informed by nature, informed by this connection to the earth that if you're like me and if you've been drawn to this channel, you are probably feeling deeper and deeper connection to the earth, to the elements, to the trees and the plants, especially since it is approaching the high point of spring on the spring equinox, March 21st. And so I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, I want to welcome you to this really beautiful, powerful, energetic moment that we're all currently in. And I'm also in the Redwood Forest here in California, right by a creek and a river. And so I'm going to be broadcasting to you from this location for the next several days to really bring through that powerful green, vibrant, new life energy as we approach the peak of spring on the spring equinox on March 21st. So today I want to dive into this very big shift that I spoke about yesterday with the sun moving from an air sign, Aquarius, into Pisces. Now, if you have ever felt the pull of the tides on your legs as you stood in the surf and thought, wow, the moon has such a huge gravitational pull on our Earth, I wonder how the other planets might be affecting me. And you're in the right place, you're at the right time, because each planet has a unique vibrational impact or effect on our bodies, on our beings, on our electrical systems. And so today I wanted to go through and share with you what signs are in Pisces right now. And so the sun just entered Pisces over the last couple of days. The sun, of course, representing purpose, representing who we are on a soul cellular level. And so when the sun changes signs in the collective, the shift is palpable and the focus may change remarkably. And so we had the sun in Aquarius all of February, from February 14th until March 9th. It was Aquarian, air, electricity. It's kind of like lightning bolts of inspiration. It's mental, it's cerebral because it's air. And it also relates a lot to AI, to technology, to the internet, to large communities, to large groups, to new visions for humanity. All amazing, spectacular stuff. Now, when the sun changes into Pisces, which is what just happened, now we're moving into a water element sign, Pisces. And so we go from being very cerebrally, mentally focused to being much more emotionally and intuitively led. That means that where before we could have thought our way through things, we could have utilized facts, logic, and science to prove things. Now we're coming into an area of the year when the sun goes into the constellation of Pisces, where maybe that approach isn't working as well. And so there is going to be such a huge focus from now until April 22nd on water. And then really for the entire year on water because of the fact that the destiny point is in Pisces this year. Oh, hi, Raven. Yeah, there's so many great birds out in this forest. It's really special. So the destiny point. If you're familiar with astrology, you may know this as the north node of the moon. If you're not familiar with this, I call it the destiny point. And so when we're looking at the collective chart, which is what we're doing today, the destiny point is the collective energetic focus for all of this year. It stays in one sign for about a year long, okay? And so the destiny point is in Pisces. And so what does that mean? That means collectively we are being all guided to learn more about intuition, our psychic ability, our energy, our feeling, our emotion, our intuition, our ability to sense, to perceive, to feel. It is asking us, Destiny Point in Pisces, to get out of our heads this year, to get out of the old paradigm of work, 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 do, serve, serve, give, 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 and instead bring more balance into our energetic field around filling up our own cups, taking time in the day for rest, retreat, rejuvenation, relaxation, and filling up our own cups so that we can give from a full place as opposed to a depleted space. And so this focus is going to be true for the entire year of 2024. Are you someone who leads meditation? Are you someone who teaches about intuition, emotion? Are you someone who teaches about self-care? This year of 2024 is going to be an incredibly powerful year for your business and for your focus, because the entire collective field, all of this community that we are connected to, are being asked to tune in, to listen, to really hear nature, to really hear ourselves, to really listen to our hearts. Now, in a society where inflation rates are soaring, the cost of living is soaring, getting food on the table is becoming more challenging. You say, Lotus, how am I supposed to prioritize self-care, rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation when I have mouths to feed, I have project and purpose to complete, I have a mission? Hear you, I feel you. Here's the thing. You are going to get 100% more times accomplished this year if you take some time out. And you could even call it the five-minute rule per day. This can be helpful when we're used to being in a society of work, 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 work. Okay, 5 minutes per day, turn everything off. Whether you're in your office, whether you go outside on a walk, and just take 5 minutes to reflect, to tune in, to listen, to allow, to meditate, to receive. Okay, if this is new for you, start with 5 minutes a day. Okay? If you've been on this trail of self-care and self-filling up for a long time, take a little longer. Take a little more pause before you launch into an activity. Take a little more space, right? So the destiny point for the collective for 2024, big lesson, collectively learning how to have more space in our lives to be, how to do more by doing less, to allow yourself to receive more without exerting too much force, and to listen to yourself, to your higher self, to your guides and ancestors, to each other, and allow the new vision for yourself and for humanity to flow in. Okay? And so the best ways to make money this year are going to involve water, concept of water, whether that's actual water or it's going to be things like qigong. Okay, it's going to be things like watercolor. It's going to be things like music, art, and dance. So when you do these things, you will notice such a replenishment of your spiritual cup that it will literally give you the fodder and fuel and the necessary support to allow you to accomplish more, to create greater connections, more opportunities, and more financial flow. Okay? Because according to Chinese Taoism and acupuncture and many other ancient esoteric practices or trainings or teachings, philosophies, If you have an issue on the physical material level, the highest way to resolve it is actually at the spiritual level, because everything is top down, body being base. So if there's some issue in your life this year, with the destiny point being in Pisces, soul, spirit, water, emotion, intuition, psychic ability, channeling, the best way to resolve the big issues in your life will be through the soul, through listening, through allowing, through feeling, through the feminine art of allowing. Now, this is a big shift for a collective that has been primarily focused on the masculine way of doing things for thousands of years. And even though I am in a female body, I myself have had challenges with allowing and resting and receiving. And I am hearing this year more than ever, it's important to tune into those ways of being so that you can truly achieve your highest. Okay. All that said, I want to bring out the chart so that we can look at it and I can show you just how many planets are in Pisces right now, as I did yesterday, but we'll go over it a little bit more carefully. So here we have the sun, which is soul purpose, in Pisces, conjunct Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces. So this amplifies right now that desire to get in touch with the intuition. It enhances our psychic abilities. It's opening the channels of our awareness. These are beautiful things. Are we allowing and making time and space for that divine flow to come in? You may be sensing a desire to shift gears right now, because if you try to overexert or work or do, you may hear a quieting voice say, slow, listen, allow. And you might go, what is that? And so I'm here to remind you that this part of yourself may be really speaking to you right now. Additionally, Sun, Neptune, Mercury, which is the planet of communication. Tomorrow's Wednesday, tomorrow is Mercury Day. Planet of communication. This is all about learning how to express yourself. It's all about how we communicate. With it in Pisces, okay? With it in Pisces, that can mean that, Mercury is a very cerebral, very intellectually based energy. It's all about communication, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, creates this, and have you done this thing? It's very much based on logic and linear thought. It's expression as well, all forms of communication. Typically in Pisces, it is not super strengthened. In fact, we may have to learn how to communicate in different ways. So if you are an artist, a musician, a dancer, a yogi, someone who does something spiritual with your body or creates something beautiful through channeling, this is going to be such a profound time for you to share your work, to express yourself, to get your message out to the world. So we have three planets in Pisces so far. Now we get to what is called the sun-moon midpoint. So the sun-moon midpoint is the combination of the sun and the moon. Sort of like if the sun and moon were your parents and they had a baby, that baby would be the sun-moon midpoint. It's very much core essence self. Now, I often share with people their sun-moon midpoint in readings. And so if that's something you would like to find out what your sun-moon midpoint is, it is fairly life-changing, because most of us know our sun sign and our moon sign, but we didn't know that we had something in the middle that can reveal our sort of deepest essence self. And this may be a one-day workshop I offer. It's so powerful to find this out. It is so, I remember when I found out mine, which mine is actually in Cancer. Cancer is all about the home, nurturing, food, family. And one of the things I love to do more than anything else, besides giving these readings, is to go home and make a nice pot of delicious soup, onions and organic onions and carrots and potatoes, and just nurture and soothe and heal. That's just so good for me. And I never knew where that came from, as my sun sign is in Aries. But when I found out my sun moon midpoint was Cancer, everything made a whole lot of sense. Okay. And so that's a really powerful thing to look into and find out for yourself. Now, as we go along here, the next sign that is in Pisces is the destiny point. And the destiny point, as I was sharing earlier, this is going to be in Pisces for the entire year of 2024. The destiny point is the collective focus. It's what we're all here focused on, working on, tuning into, right? And so this destiny point in Pisces is really pointing to an awakening of our spiritual awareness, an awakening of appreciation for art, appreciation for music, appreciation for space and time, where we allow ourselves to flow, to be with the current, to express our higher essence self. These may seem like highfalutin concepts to some. However, on a soul level, many of us on this path know when we embrace our true joy, when we do what we love, when we dance and we sing, and we express, we amplify and raise our vibration to extremely beautiful high levels. And so if you were ever told that those things were not important, many of us were as children, or how are you going to make money if you do those things? This is a great year to finally surrender those ideas and thoughts and to step into what gives your heart joy. Pisces really asks, how can you channel divine creator through your heart? Okay, so what means or actions allow you to do this? Why aren't you doing them more? Are you secretly a dancer, a singer, an artist? This is the year to reveal that, to let it come out. Start slow, just do the best you can, and you will be amazed this year at the beauty that comes through. Now, we have a little bit of a predicament here because the destiny point is right next to Chiron, and Chiron is the wounded healer in astrology, and Chiron speaks to our deepest wound. Okay. And so wherever, as maybe especially as a healer, we're a healer, but there's something in us that still hasn't been healed. And I can attest, as having been a healer and also a wounded healer my whole life, how challenging it can be to be assisting others to heal and still have something deep inside of us that is so profoundly painful and difficult that we struggle through it. And so Chiron being in Pisces right now, conjunct the destiny point, tells me several things. It tells me, one, the collective emotional wounded healer pain body for the collective is around issues related to water, the feminine in Pisces, related to divine flow. And this could even be showing up as money, because one blockage around money can stem from issues with our relationship to the divine feminine. This could be to our mom, to a sister, even to the divine feminine energy as it is. Okay. And so many of us may have to be called into healing our relationship to our divine feminine this year, especially since it is exactly 1 degree away from the destiny point. This is profound. I'm hearing that we as a collective are being called and guided into this divine healing with the divine feminine, with the divine mother. And one way that we can do this is to go near water. It's to listen to nature. It is to hear the sound of the divine feminine in the air. You feel that when you get out into nature, that there's this divine presence. There's this divine flow of creation. When the breeze caresses your cheek, there's certain moments where you feel a divine serenity. You feel a divine connection to something greater. You feel source smiling through you. And so with the destiny point conjunct Chiron, there's such a deep calling this year to listen to that, to spend time in that, and to allow that to begin healing that beautiful divine feminine essence that's in all of us and in our society as a whole. we're kind of done with all the conflict. We're kind of done with all of the fighting. The last couple of years, the destiny point was in Aries, which is warfare. And we've come now into Pisces. And so as a group, as a collective, we're so done with that idea. We're so ready for peace. We're so ready for love and compassion to flow through every level of society. And I know things may look dire or challenging right now, but with this destiny point in Pisces, I truly feel that there will be a deep healing for the whole earth this year as more and more of us awaken to truly wanting to go within and touch in with the soul, really touch into that energy and that frequency. Now, this has been especially heightened, everything I just shared with you, because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in Pisces, 5, the moon still in Pisces today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets in Pisces today. All water. Now, if you're an investment banker, if you're someone who likes to invest, like to know what's happening energetically, with the destiny point conjunct Chiron in water this year, I highly recommend investing in water. Now, there's a lot of multi-levels. There's a lot of work around water and where do we get our water and what type of water do we drink. Hydrogen water is coming out on the marketplace. All kinds of different water is being brought to the table for us. And part of this is on path to us healing our relationship to the divine feminine. Okay. And so if you wanted to make a bet or do some investments, I would highly bet on water this year as being a prime focus for the collective, for so many beings, that it will be financially very lucrative, create more flow, so to speak. Okay. Now, I would like to mention that tomorrow the energetics are going to shift quite a bit. This huge water focus is going to remain for the next month until April 22nd. However, tomorrow the moon will be traveling into Aries, and it will come into aspect with Jupiter and Uranus, who are also both in Aries. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I will give you a live update all about this different shift, this different focus into Aries along with the water. One key theme to keep in mind is that when the moon moves into fire and begins aspecting these other fire planets, we're going to shift from being such a deep water focus, emotion and intuition, feminine, to now having almost an equal balance of fiery planets. Fiery planets are hot, they're masculine, they're yang. And so tomorrow there might be a lot more energy to get up and go, a lot more inspiration to go out there, to take action, to step into leadership, as well as to listen to that divine feminine energy. That's going to be all year. Okay, so if you have something you've been planning tomorrow, Tuesday, which is Mars Day, which is actually the ruler of Aries, is going to be a great day to take action and get things moving. Today, highly recommend still sitting in that space of surrender, listening, meditation. It's a great time to watch an imaginary fantasy movie or film, or read a book about some type of imagination realm, because Pisces is all about our dream world, all about imagination, all about fantasy, intuition, listening, trusting, feeling. And so you've been sort of slogging through this sort of watery emotional energy and not feeling like you're getting so much done the last 2 days, that's okay, because we're about to shift in such a deep sense of fire and activation that you'll be feeling much more energized tomorrow. Okay, this is Lotus Dawn. This is Blossom with Lotus. I am super honored and excited to be bringing to you live updates about the true position of the planets, what constellations they are actually in right now today. And if you would like to learn more, if you'd like to do a one-on-one session with me, I do offer private readings. Please like, follow, and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to share these nature 13 sign astrological updates with you. You know, we're at these pivotal times on our planet, and it's such a gift and offering to come out and share this work with you all. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being and staying connected over the years with this work. I appreciate you all, and I send you immense blessings of love, of light, of connection, and just the prayer that all beings on this earth be happy, be healthy, be in flow and free. Sending that prayer out to all beings, through all directions of time and space. Thank you, God. May it be so. Aloha. Send that prayer out to you.